At 19 years old, I started my first online business, which is a social media marketing agency. At 20 years old, I was making pretty good money from it. Thought online business was the best thing since sliced bread. And at 22, I realized I couldn't have been more wrong. I'm gonna tell you exactly why I say this and what you can do about it. So in 2019, like I said, that's when I started my business. I caught the last wave before online business became extremely saturated. The following year in 2020, the pandemic happened. So it forced people to be at home, work from home. Everyone then is jumping into online business and remote work, which made it what? Extremely saturated. Okay, so if you are a newbie going into business, you want to be an entrepreneur, you want to do online business, you're going to get absolutely steamrolled by people who, number one, who have been in it for a long time. We're talking a decade at this point. And number two, people who have tons of cash to throw at ad spend. They're completely destroy you. You have no hope against these people, okay? So what do we do about it? Let me tell you a little bit about what actually happened to me and how I learned the lesson. So like I said, 19 years old, started my business. At 20, I was making great money, thought I was on top of the world. At 21, I lost all of it. I went back to zero and had to get a serving and bartending job to pay the bills. I continued to try online business after that. I even got a job at a software company just because I didn't think I lost hope about entrepreneurship. Then I got laid off from that job 2 days before Christmas of 2022. Then I realized, didn't really love the job. I wanted to be an entrepreneur again. I miss running my own business. So I looked at the playing field and I realized, okay, well, online business is even more saturated than it was when I left back in, 2 years ago in 2021. However, I see a massive gap. And here's what that gap is. Home services businesses. We have all these Gen Xers, 50 and 60-year-olds, who run these plumbing, HVAC, pressure washing, landscaping businesses, and nobody behind them to pick up a torch. These guys are going to retire soon, and no one's there. So there's this massive gap. The reason there's just such a big gap is because Gen Z, myself, and millennials all want to do online business. They all want to work remote. So no one's there. So there's a massive opportunity for you watching, especially if you are a beginner entrepreneur. Start a home services business. Start a home services business. I promise you, in 3 to 6 months, you're going to be easily making 10K a month. It's going to be your baseline. You're gonna destroy all your friends who are doing online business. Everyone doing online, you're gonna be way ahead of them because there's so much opportunity, so much. Okay, this is what online business was a decade ago. No one was doing it. It was slept on. No one had any idea. Now it's reversed. Online business, everyone knows about it. Everyone's trying to do it. Most people will fail. You only succeed if you have insane connections or insane ad budget. That's it. Okay. This will not last forever. Take advantage of the opportunity. If you want help on how to get into the home services niche and crush and make 10K a month in 3 to 6 months, comment the word service. I'm going to reach out to you guys and hook you up with my free blueprint.